Okay, so hello guys, we are going to solve another problem with LeetCode. Okay, that based on queue and stack. Okay, so I am going to share my screen that you can, you can go with me. Okay, so here you can solve parallelly everything with me. Okay, so here I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to solve problem number 225. Okay, so if is it visible now? Okay, so the problem is implement a last in first out stack using only two queue. The implement stack should support all the function of a normal stack: push, stop, pop, and empty. Implement my stack class. Okay, and here I need to implement my stack class and I need to create this function. Okay, pop, top, empty, okay, and push. So these are the functions that we need to create. Okay, so here we are going to build stack using queue. Okay, this is the problem number 225. Okay, and its level is easy. So here you can see in my screen. Okay, so this is the class and this is the constructor. I already explained everything like what is queue, what is stack. So if you have any doubt, then you can go and watch my previous video. Okay, so here I'm going to import one thing, that is collection. Sorry, from collections. From collections, I'm going to import Deque. Okay, Deque. Okay, here I'm going to define one variable self.queue. Okay, so here queue EUE. Okay, equals to DQ. Okay, so this is our variable. So here in this variable, I put DQ. Okay, so here I'm going to define another function, that is push. Okay, inside this I am going to write self and pass one parameter, that is x. X would be an integer. Okay, and here I want output and no any none. Columns. Okay, and here I'm going to add element. Okay, so first of all I want to add element. Add new element. Okay, so here I'm going to write self dot queue. Okay, self dot queue dot append. I'm going to append x. Okay, self dot queue dot append x. Okay, so I'm going to add x. Okay, so here I'm going to element add one by one. So push x equals to 1, push x equals to 2, x equals to 3. Okay, so after adding one element, its size is 1. Okay, and here after adding 2, its size will become 2 because I had 1 previously and now 2, so it will become 2. Now after adding push, I mean adding 3, so size will become 3. Okay, so here I'm going to move these two lines here. Okay, so rotate to make new element first, or you can say rotate to make new element at front, and rotate all element expect the new one. Okay, so I'm going to use for loop. For as in range, here I'm going to pass length len, and here I'm going to write self dot queue. Okay, here inside this I am going to pass -1. Okay, and here I'm going to write self dot queue. I'm going to append self dot queue dot pop left. Okay, now we can see. Okay, so here this is our push. Now again I'm going to check. I import q from collections. Here dq equals to, sorry, q equals to dq, and here this is the function. Oh, I misplaced this. Okay, this should be here, and here self.q. Okay, after these two lines I also need to move these lines here, and I also move for loop here. Okay, now it is fine. So guys, oh, I also did mistake. So you just need to have four space. Okay, so here I'm going to use tab. Okay, now it has four space. You can count from here. Four tab, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so here. Okay, so we are going to push 1. Okay, so I'm going to take x equals to 1 here. So here x equals to 1, guys. Okay, so add new element self.q append x. So I'm going to append x, that is 1. Okay, and here rotate to make a new element at the front, or rotate all the element expect the new one. Okay, so I'm going to use loop for I in the range length of q. So what is the length of q? So I am like how many elements I have? I have 3, but now I have 1. Okay, because I added 1 here. So loop will run self.q minus 1. Okay, so this condition will fail. Okay, because we initially don't have any length, or we don't have any element that we can remove. Okay, now we can check with 2. Okay, so now x equals to 2 here. Okay, then we need to append this 2 here. Okay, then I'm going to use loop for I in the range and length. So length of this, that is 2. So 2 minus 1 is equals to 1. Okay, so I remove 1. So I got 1 here. Sorry, here you can check dash in range length of self dot q. So I have element 2. Okay, here, because I store 1 and 2 here. Okay, so here I can calculate length is 2 and minus 1, so I got 1. Okay, so I will iterate, sorry, dash will iterate at one time, that is 0. Okay, so I'm going to remove first element, so that is 1. First element I already added 1 here, so I remove this element from here. Okay, so I remove 1. Okay, now again I'm going to take x equals to 3. So here x equals to 3, I'm going to push this, and I'm going to add 2 3 after 2. I'm going to add 3. Okay, so I use loop again. I am going to remove 2, because this condition will true for dash in range length of self dot q. Okay, so I have one element inside this, because I already removed 2. Okay, so 1 minus 1. Okay, I got previously I also have 1 here. Okay, so 1 minus 1, I got 0. So it will remove first element, and again I have 1 minus 1. Okay, so I got 0, and it will remove 2. Okay, then I got only 3 here. Okay guys, so this is the post method that you can add the that you can add the element by using this method. Okay, so first of all you need to take x equals to 1 2 3 1 by 1. Okay, then you need to append. If this condition is true, then you need to remove first element, okay, from the queue. Okay, again you need to take 2, x equals to 2, then you need to append here, and you need to add, sorry, and if this condition is true, then you need to remove first element from the left side. Okay, and again you need to take x equals to 3. Okay, add 3 here, and you need to check this condition. If this condition is true, then you need to remove first element, okay, that I have in my queue. Okay, then you can push one by one. So this is our push method. Okay, so queue means first in first out, remove from the front, or stack means last in first out, remove last and pushed. Okay, now we are going to write function for pop. Pop means remove the element from the last. Okay, so here I am going to create one function, that is pop. I am going to pass here what, self. Okay, and here output should be in integer, so that's why I'm going to write int here. Okay, and if self dot empty, okay, and colon, if it is empty, then it will return what? It will return self dot q. It will return self dot q. Wait a minute, I did mistake. Okay, if your queue is empty, then it will return -1 here. Okay, if it is not empty, then it will return, I mean it will return self dot q pop left, means it remove the uh, element by using pop left. Okay, so here after this I'm going to create another function, that is top. So here you got your top element. Okay, here again I'm going to pass self colon int, and here if self dot empty colon, then it will return -1. Okay, so this is for top element. It will give you top element. So first of all I need to check that it is empty. If it is empty, then it will return -1, otherwise it will return top element. Okay, so return self dot q, and it will return top element, I mean first element, that is mm, at index 0 I have my first element, or this is called a top element. Okay, now I'm going to create another function, that is empty. I'm going to pass self. Okay, I'm going to write bool here because I want to, oh, I want output in bool. Okay, so here I am going to return length, and here self dot self dot q is equals to 0. Okay, if it is empty, okay, okay, so how can you find out that it is empty? Okay, so then it will return self dot q is equals to 0. If it is your, if you have, you don't have any element in the queue, or that is equals to 0, then it will be empty. Okay, so here this function is for empty, and this function is for get the top element. So at index 0 I have top element, and this is for like it will check the that your queue is empty or not. Okay, and here this will remove the element, and here it will check that it is empty or not. Okay, and this code is for push the element inside the queue. So I hope guys you got it. Okay, and this is the variable, and this is I already import Deque from the collection. Okay, and this is the constructor, and this is the class my stack. So guys, I hope you got it. So this is the like simple programming, I mean this is a simple program. Okay, implement stack using queue. Okay, so guys, this is the solution. I already solved this. You can submit this. Okay, so here uh, every like accepted 18 by 18 test cases passed. Okay guys, so now I am going to solve another problem in next video. Okay, if you have any doubt, please do comment, share and subscribe. Why it is not visible? Yes, okay, next time I will do this. I will explain everything. Mm. Hello Akshay. Hello love. If you are watching in mobile, so that's why you are facing problem.